Hello guys, so welcome back to my channel. I'm Fede here again, and today I would like to teach you how to correctly pronounce the erre like a true native Italian. So the erre is a voiced alveolar consonant for which articulation involves three parts of the mouth: the tip of the tongue, the front of the hard palate, and the tooth ridge. A fun fact is that in Italy, people pronounce the erre in different ways according to their original dialect. For example, people from Veneto would probably say, instead of sicuramente, something more like sicuramente. Instead of saying ritardo, they could probably say ritardo. So you can hear it's more like an American or a Canadian R. And then there are also people having difficulty in pronouncing the specific sound erre due to a common dislalia, an articulatory disorder in developmental age. So instead of saying ramarro, they could probably say ramallo. Instead of saying Roberta, they could say Roberta. However, so what is the position where the erre comes from? It comes from the same position like L, Lorenzo, or T, di Teresa, or D, di Dario. So how is the sound made? The sound comes from a restricted airflow that makes the tongue vibrating against the tooth ridge behind the upper front teeth. There is no active movement, but the erre then is a spontaneous consequence of keeping the tongue relaxed, lifted up against the roof of the mouth. So guys, what are the key steps to pronounce the erre? Step 1. Bring down your lower jaw. Step 2. Relax your tongue against the hard palate. Step 3. Breathe out with your mouth to make the vibration. If there is no vibration, then it means that the tongue is not loose, but you are keeping it tense. Of course, the erre can be pronounced differently according to its position within a word. So we have 4 main circumstances. Circumstance number 1, erre singola. La erre singola can be situated in the middle of words before vowels or consonants. This can be similar to the double T in American and Canadian in words like better, mother, butter, because the position of the tongue is very proximate to the position of the tongue for erre in Italian. However, there is a big difference. In American, if you want to pronounce this double T, you keep your tongue retroflex, curling back. And so the sound comes from the throat really, not from the mouth. Instead, if you want to say erre in Italian, the tongue must be flat and flappy against the tooth ridge so that the air goes over it, like a flag flapping in the wind. In words like caramella, parlare, mare, bere, ieri, loro. So if you're wondering, yes. So now it's time to pause and exercise. Then, circumstance number 2, the hard R, so the erre dura. It can be situated at the beginning of words, in the case of Roma, Rosalia, Ragù, Roberto, Rosa. Circumstance number 3. The erre can be hard also after a previous consonant. Consonants like D, T, B, P, where the erre is in second position. For example, drone, adrenalina, tre, trovare, ubriaco, brillo, prosciutto, presto. So the fourth circumstance is probably the most difficult one, is the double R, doppia erre. In this case, the tongue is vibrating a lot. So the tip to pronounce double consonants in general in Italian is to pause a little bit before pronouncing the double. For example, ferro, parroco, carro, correre, parrucchiere, and so many others. So guys, the video is over. I hope my tips to pronounce the perfect erre were useful enough. Let me please know in the comments below, and also if you want, give a thumbs up and subscribe, because I will upload many different contents in the future. So stay tuned. See you soon. A presto. Ciao ciao.